welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, you're a real one, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Ada. So this is a very special anticipated video, probably by me only. We're going to be talking about mental health. Okay, so before we get into the video, I want to say that the microphone was supposed to be plugged in, but it wasn't plugged in, and I didn't notice until halfway through the video. So let's just pretend the microphone's plugged in, and let's pretend I don't look like a news reporter. Okay? All right, let's get into the video. I've been wanting to talk about it a lot more on my channel, like make a specific video on mental health, but I couldn't really bring myself to do it. I don't know why. Just like, I guess, insecurity about my mental health. Me thinking about what people might say and things like that. So hopefully this is able to resonate with you, and hopefully you're able to learn something. So let's go ahead and get into this uncomfortable topic. I'm a little nervous, but we're gonna push through. Like, I'm a lot anxious. Look at my sweaty hands. Like, my hands are really sweaty. So we're going to actually get into what mental health really is. And I do have a definition here that I pulled up from, this is according to mentalhealth.gov. And mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. And that's a fact. Honestly, there were periods of my life where, like, some of it is a blur. Some of it I don't really remember. So that's why I have to, like, write it down so I can remember and share a lot of the things that I felt. I'm just going to go ahead and share some things that I experienced with poor mental health. So one of them was feeling like I'm not progressing in life. So basically feeling stagnant. My life was at a point where I feel like I wasn't growing, and I feel like I wasn't evolving. I feel like I was just remaining the same. And I feel like when you feel that way, you know, something's not right. So another thing would be mood swings. I would be happy one day. I would be angry and agitated another day. I would be not motivated and discouraged another day. And it's normal to feel that way, but the way my moods would switch, it wasn't healthy. Another thing that I would definitely experience was poor concentration. I wasn't able to focus on my business. I wasn't able to focus on my YouTube channel. I wasn't able to focus on the relationships around me, my family. So poor concentration, I was just in my head a lot. There was a point in time where my family, it's crazy to think about, my family would be like, Ada, what's going on with you? Like, nobody knew. I didn't even know what was going on. I felt numb. I felt like just like this. Like, I didn't feel anything. Another thing would be lack of interest in the things I was once passionate about. And this is so important. I was starting to lose the passion for my YouTube channel. What? Girl, you've been wanting to do this since 10, 11. And that's what poor mental health does to you. I'm gonna put the microphone down. But another thing that I experienced was just isolating myself from others. So isolating myself from, you know, my family, my friends, from even you guys, my audience. And I felt so bad, but, like, I don't know. I was just isolating myself because I feel like I had no other choice, even though I did. This is the last thing that I'm going to share that I experienced with poor mental health, and that is feeling like I had no purpose in my life. I was constantly feeling lost. I wanted to go ahead and give up on my dreams, give up on my goals, and I feel like that's what poor mental health does, y'all. So this is why I emphasize on the importance of mental health, because if your mind isn't right, your life isn't right. If your mind isn't right, your business isn't right. If your mind isn't right, your relationships with your family isn't right. So you gotta be aware of how you're feeling and the emotions. So now we're gonna talk about how I knew I needed help. There was even times where I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, what the hell? Number one, how I knew I needed help was I had more negative thoughts than positive ones. And with life, of course, y'all, we're gonna have negative thoughts. That's just life. It is what it is. But when you have more negative than positive thoughts, I knew I needed help. So a little trigger warning, I will be talking about suicide. So you might want to skip to the next timestamp. So I actually thought about harming myself at one point in my life, which I never thought of. I was never suicidal. I was never somebody that thought about taking my life, but there was a point in my life that was so low where I contemplated taking my life. I'm like, do I really belong here? Do I even have a purpose here? Should I even stay here? I have no reason to stay. Nobody cares. These are the thoughts that would run through my mind. So I knew I needed help once I started visualizing ways to off myself. Once I started visualizing ways to end my life, I knew I needed help. So something else that I feel like was a sign that I needed to go ahead and get help was that I had crippling anxiety. So crippling anxiety, for those who don't know, is basically anxiety that basically holds you back from achieving your daily tasks or achieving your goals or helping you move on, things that help you move on forward. That anxiety kind of holds you back from that. I feel like there was something there that it wasn't allowing me to move on forward and like accomplish my dreams. I'm like, what is going on? And yeah, that was definitely a sign that I needed help. The last sign that I needed help, not even a sign, it was just a feeling. I didn't want to feel this way anymore. I didn't want to feel like I wasn't living up to my full potential, wasn't doing things that I loved, wasn't really doing things that I was passionate about. Like, I didn't want to feel like I was missing out on accomplishing my goals and my dreams and putting out content to help people, to motivate people, to inspire people. And I was missing out on that because I wasn't prioritizing my mental health as much as I should. And I didn't reach out to someone who was able to help me. So a lot of the times we may be dealing with anxiety, depression, PTSD, all of these things. And we know, that we're not okay, but we don't take those steps to find help. We don't take those steps to talk to somebody. We're going to go ahead and basically talk about some of the things that help me become mentally strong, and I'm still learning and growing every single day, but some of the things that help me overcome this anxiety and depression. And I'm not saying that it's going to be gone forever, but these are some of the things that definitely helped me. So number one was just reaching out and opening up to my friends and family about how I was feeling. So there was a point in time where I had texted my cousin and I'm like, I am going through it. Like, can we please go out? I was literally going through like a midlife crisis. Opening up though with family and friends is very important. Like, sometimes those conversations are uncomfortable, but they're very much needed. So opening up maybe to your mom, to your dad, if you can, to a sister, a brother, a cousin, a friend, a boyfriend, open up. It made me feel like, I'm not crazy. Like, I go through stuff just like a normal human, a normal creator, normal entrepreneur. We all go through shit. And, I wasn't alone. So opening up to other people about how you're feeling definitely helps. Sometimes those negative thoughts will get the best of you and will eat at you, but it helps talking about that and bringing them to the surface and not keeping it bottled up inside. So another thing that helped me was basically figuring out what triggered me. I even wrote it down in my journal. I wrote down a list of things that triggered me. And by knowing what triggers you, it basically is like a guide to not get yourself in that situation. You can literally be triggered by anything. Let's say somebody yells at you, or somebody talks to you a certain way, or let's just say a certain song. Like, there's so many things that can trigger you. So figure out what triggers you. And I try not to put myself in those situations that I know trigger me. Sometimes something is wrong, but you don't know where that's coming from. So sitting back and realizing, where is this coming from? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I acting this way? Is very important. That's something that I feel like you need to take time out of your day. Do it tonight. Write it down on a piece of paper. What triggers you? What makes you feel sad, depressed, anxious? Write it all down, because I know it'll definitely help you too. So something else that definitely helped me was therapy. And now going to therapy, I'm a big advocate for therapy, okay? I feel like therapy definitely helps me. And it's nothing out of the ordinary that I do in therapy. I don't be doing acrobats and yoga and doing flips and meditation, and I don't do none of that. Even though those are things that help you too. I literally just talk, have a conversation with my therapist. I know therapy is expensive and some people aren't able to afford therapy. There's a lot of resources, so I'm gonna leave some resources down in the description box that you can go ahead and check out. But therapy, something as simple, I just spit. Something as simple as therapy definitely helped me out so much. And I'm grateful for my therapist. I go once a week, but lately I've been going like once every 2 weeks because my therapist is literally booked and busy, honey. She is booked. So I'm actually maybe looking to get a different therapist because I want to go more than once every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. I want to go every week. That's besides the point. Therapy definitely helps. I'm passionate about therapy. I'm excited when my therapy sessions, I'll be like, oh, therapy is this week. I'll be hyped. So something else that helped me is my journal. I love my journal. I can't go nowhere without my journal. I will take my journal. I don't care if I'm going on vacation. I don't care if I'm going to sleep over somebody's house. I don't really be doing that. You know, we in a panoramic. So journaling is definitely something that helps me. Like I said, I write my triggers in here. I write how I'm feeling, my emotions about my day. I write literally everything. My goals, my aspirations, the life I envision for myself is all in a journal. I start a new journal every year. This journal I started in 2021, this year, the beginning of this year, and it's almost full. Sometimes you may journal once a week or whatever, but I try to journal every single day because it helps me. If not every single day, every other day. So another thing that definitely helped me was just taking time away from work, which is my YouTube channel, my business, all of these things, to focus on myself. And now I'm not saying quit your job if you can't do that, like if you don't have the privilege to do that. I do. I still live with my parents, well, with my mom, and I don't really have to pay an expensive rent. So this is why I have the privilege to lean back on my business and my work, because I do have money saved up, but also because I don't have to pay for housing. So if you don't have the privilege to lean on your parents for support and stuff like that, then I don't suggest you quit your job, especially if you have to pay bills. But if you have to go ahead and after work you just want to unwind every single day, taking time away from work or taking time away from doing something that you normally do every single day to just focus your attention on you. But like I said, some people, they have to still go to work. They still have to grind, even though they might be struggling with their mental health. So you got to continue working hard, yes, but remember to be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace. You know, take the time out after work, or after, you know, you're done with your business, or after you're done creating content, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever career path that you're in. After that, make sure to unwind. Make sure to, you know, prioritize your mental. Make sure to prioritize self-care. And this is something that when I took my break, this is something that I was prioritizing. This is why I feel like I'm a whole new person. Yeah, I'm glowing. I feel great. I feel confident. I feel secure in my decisions. So yeah, this is important. So one of the last things that helped me, and it can maybe help you too, is I started to work out. I recently started working out again, and I do it more because of the feeling that I get, the confidence that I get, and how I feel after working out. But I definitely want to go ahead and get into like body toning and everything. But we're not talking about the outer, we're talking about the inner today. We're talking about the mindset. So working out definitely helped me when it comes to mindset, because you're pushing yourself. It's not easy. There's a hill near my house and I'm running up and down them hills, and that shit is hard, but it definitely helps you with mindset. And if you're ever angry, just go on a run or go on a jog, go on a walk. One thing that I want to say with healing is that healing is not the same for everyone. So just because I did these things and this was able to help me, that doesn't mean that this is going to work for you. So this is something that you need to keep in mind. Healing is not the same for everybody. Healing is not just a straight line. There are going to be times where you're doing good and then boom, 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 boom. something triggers you and it's back down. This is where just putting in the work is important because it takes time. And sometimes it does get exhausting. You gotta journal, you gotta eat right, you gotta work out, you gotta just do all of these things. It's so many different things that helps you with your mind. So just make sure that you're doing all of these things and you're just taking your time. Another thing that I would say is that to surround yourself with people that are supportive. You don't want to surround yourself with people that are going to call you crazy or that they're going to laugh at you when you tell them you have anxiety, or people that are, oh no, it's just in your head. You don't got nothing. Like, this is literally some of my family members. Oh, you don't got nothing. Just pray. God will take it. And I understand. I believe in God. But you also got to take action. Just the same thing like building a business. Oh yeah, just pray. God gonna make your business flourish. But you just sleeping every day and not putting in the work. It's the same thing. You have to make smart decisions that you know are going to benefit you. So last but not least, with healing and just mental health, is don't be ashamed of your story. Your story is unique. Your story is what makes you you. Your story is what makes you different. So I feel like not only surround yourself with people that are open-minded, but also don't be ashamed. Don't feel like, you know, you're a bad person, or don't feel like your story or your obstacles or your past defines who you are today. So basically, that is all I have to say about mental health. I can literally go on and on. Those are some of the things that helped me. Hopefully you were able to learn something or take away something from this video. I hope this video was helpful, basically. And if it was, go ahead and leave me a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, I do have a Patreon. On my Patreon, you're able to support me and my channel for a small monthly fee in exchange for different benefits depending on the tier that you choose. So all the information will be down in the description box below. If you do decide to support me, thank you so much. You're a real one. And if not, there's no pressure. Like, just by you watching this video and liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, that's enough for me. Like, it's free, but it goes a long way. So let me know some topics you guys want me to go ahead and discuss and talk more of. So I'm going to go ahead and catch you guys in the next video. I love you guys so much, and yeah, Aida out.